What's going on, guys? Your boy here, Chris Phoenix, giving my For Glory 2012 pay-per-view review. And I must say, this pay-per-view wasn't too bad. I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was, alright. There were some kind of moments I sat there going, TNA, what the hell are you thinking? But, stuff happens, you know what I mean? So let's kick it off. First match, we had Zema Ion versus RVD for the X Division Championship, and the match itself wasn't too bad. The awkward moment was when RVD won the match, and I think the reason why was because, okay, first of all, what happened with the whole Zema Ion versus Jesse Sorensen? Are you just gonna make that a grudge match, like just later down the road? Or, Zema Ion somehow gonna win it back or something? I don't know what they're doing with that. And it's funny too, because after Rob Van Dam won, it seemed like just by his facial expression, like he forgot it was for the championship. He's like, oh yeah, I won. Oh, I get this? Yeah. And it's just, it's kind of awkward, you know what I mean? So, Rob Van Dam beats Zema Ion, becomes a new X Division champion. Next, you have Samoa Joe versus Magnus for the television championship. And, it was one of those matches that, you kind of wish it had a little bit more build-up. Maybe more people would have cared about this match, but to me, it was good. It was entertaining. It was fun to watch. Obviously these guys had chemistry, working well together, when they were tag team champions. And, they just put up a pretty good match. And, there were some, Joe put up some pretty good submissions, and Magnus didn't do too shabby either. But, Samoa Joe, put in the submission, chokehold, and 1, 2, 3, not 1, 2, 3, excuse me, makes Magnus tap out, and, Samoa Joe retains the, television championship. Thank you. Alright, and then, I don't know why they put this as the third match. I was thinking maybe keep this, not the main event, but close to the main event. Bobby Roode versus James Storm, which was, street fight, in King Mo was the special enforcer. And this was by far, to me, the best match of the night. Match of the night right here. It was entertaining. It was fun to watch. These guys really beat the living hell out of each other. I mean, I think it was into 4 or 5 minutes into the match. Storm's already, busted open and everything. And, Bobby Roode is kind of messed up himself. So, basically, it was just a good overall fight. It was, King Mo, I mean, I think it was only one time it was actually used because, Bobby Roode was pissed off at the referee, and then King Mo was like, back up, whatever. And, there was a few low blows. They broke the Spanish announce table. The beers were used, obviously, beer money, tag team, former tag team. And, it was just an entertaining match, it was good. It was the right man won to me, James Storm. I know some people are upset about that, but honestly, this has been building up for, a year now. So, it was needed, the right guy won. This is, that's how you end a feud right there. So, not bad. Next you get Al Snow versus Joey Ryan. I'm not gonna lie, I walked into this match not expecting much, and you know what I got? Not expecting much. I didn't get much. Just Joey Ryan making out with Head. Yeah. So anyway, Joey Ryan wins because guess who decides to return? Matt Morgan. That's right. Matt Morgan returned to TNA. So much for him going to war. Raw. So yeah, I guess Matt Morgan and TNA have came to a new contract. And then Joey Ryan has a contract now in TNA. So yeah. Next you got, this was pretty good match in itself too. Kurt Angle and AJ Styles versus Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez versus Daniels and Kazarian for the tag team championships. And this was good. The only complaint I would maybe have about this is it kind of at the end was kind of a cluster. I was like, oh, okay, Daniels and Kazarian, they're beating up on AJ. Oh, Hernandez comes in. Oh, he flies in there. Oh, Chavo does a frog splash. And then, and then surprisingly enough, Chavo and Hernandez won. And I was like, alright. You know, to me, I think, you know, the belts should be off Daniels Kazarian, maybe with AJ and Angle one more time or something, but really? You know, Hernandez and Chavo? I mean, I don't know. But, you know, it was still a good match. It was entertaining. And, you know, I found it kind of corny, though. It's like, at the end, you know, Chavo was like, I did this for Eddie, and I was like, you trying to get cheap pop there? I mean, saying you're doing it for Eddie? I mean, aren't we past this by now? I mean, I know, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, I appreciate Eddie. I was always an Eddie fan, but, like, it's been 7 years, buddy. Okay. Alright, so then you got Miss Tashmacher, excuse me. Miss Tashmacher versus Tara for the Knockouts Championship. And I think this match was better than the match at No Surrender, and it didn't go too long. I know people were kind of complaining, No Surrender, like, oh, this match went too long. This one, you know, I think just went right about the right time. Again, confusing ending, you know, Tara winning it. I mean, usually when you have a student versus teacher, you know, storyline or a match, usually the student goes, you know, over the teacher. You know, we've seen it before. And now it's like, you know, I heard that, you know, Tara calling a career for next year, so I guess this might be her last go-around, you know, her last title run. If that's the case, it's fine. But, you know, and then she brings out her boyfriend that was in, Mr. Spectacular, or whatever his name was. He was in, Big Brother, for all you Big Brother fans. And then they start making out in the ring for a total of, like, 2 minutes. I swear, I thought I was gonna see a freaking live sex celebration. The match was good, you know, it's just the ending was like, again, some of the confusing stuff. Alright, so then you got Aces and Eights versus Sting and Bully Ray. And immediately when Sting and Bully Ray come out, you know, Bully Ray has his face paint. People are like, oh, Bash at the Beach, 96, all over again, you know? And, you know, let's face it, we didn't expect a spectacular match at all with this. We just all wanted to find out who the leader Aces and Eights was. So when Aces and Eights come out, the two members come out, they come out with Joseph Park. And they tie him up, you know, with handcuff him to the gate. And then, you know, the match happens. And then at one point in the match, you know, Joseph Park just comes out there, and I'm like, what the hell? You know, he's supposed to be a lawyer, and he's going to be all innocent, and he just bulks out of there. Like, is he going to pull, like, an abyss? Like, he's... And then he starts beating up on one of the members of Aces and Eights. He brings her to the back, and I'm sitting there going, what's he going to do? Because, you know, he's wearing these kind of, you know, abyss kind of pants. He's not wearing, like, pants, like, just, like, jeans or dress pants. He's wearing, like, sweatpants, kind of like what Abyss would wear. And I'm thinking, what's he going to do? Put on a mask and come out being like, oh, you know what I mean? But then, you know, they bring out the table, Sting and Bully Ray do, and then the, you know, couple of the members of Aces and Eights put, was it Sting or Bully Ray to the table? I think it was Sting that put him to the table. 1, 2, 3, Aces and Eights win. And then out comes Hulk Hogan. They start trying to brawl, and then they take out one of the members of Aces and Eights. And lo and behold, according to this, it seems like Bully Ray is not the leader of Aces and Eights that we all predicted. It's Devon. I was jokingly on Skype with, you know, Anchor Breaker AJ2 and, you know, Justin and Ross, you know, Gold Standard 000. We were all joking around, and I was like, watch it be Devon. And Ross is like, oh yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. That'd be funny though. I'm like, yeah. I kid you not. 11 minutes later, Devon's unmasked. And I was like, I was cracking up because I sat there going, this is your big payoff? Like, obviously, there's going to be more to this on Impact and whatever. But seriously, out of all people, you had to put Devon. How does this make sense? I still can't believe it. I mean, TNA threw us a fastball on that one. Baseball term. Anyway. So then you have Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries for the main event, and I know a lot of people are expecting this one to be match of the night. It's going to be an incredible match. It was a good match, you know, but I think, you know, the internet fans, well, not internet fans, but I think some of us kind of overhyped it, you know, with the, oh, this is going to be the greatest match of all time, and then it was like, oh, it was good, but, you know, you thought you were expecting more type of deal. But still, like I said, it was entertaining. I like Jeff Hardy's new theme song. I like it better than his last one, One More Shot. But you know, the match itself, like I said, wasn't too bad. It got slow, and then finally at the end it started picking up. You know, Hardy, it's Twist of Fate, you know, Swan Time, 1, 2, 3. You know, Jeff Hardy wins. And, you know, here's the thing. You know, in some way, you're kind of happy TNA give him one more shot. You know, type of deal. It's like, okay, it's a risk, but whatever. You know, he is the top-selling guy, merchandise, last time I checked. And basically, you know, hope he doesn't screw up. Because then when he screws up again, then you're screwed. Because what are you going to do? You're going to have, Impact Wrestling, brother. You're going to have a World Heavyweight Championship tournament, dude. Like, how are you going to work that out? You know what I mean? But anyways, that's my Bound for Glory 2012 pay-per-view review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys enjoyed the show, comments, video responses, they're all available for your access to do. Anyway, take it all later.